Hello, everyone. How are you guys
Hello,
today?
guys. How are you guys? Hope everything's going good with you all. Everything's going fine here in
Hello, Bob and
Moab,
Sue.
Moab, Utah. Beautiful place.
Hello, Carol, and hello, Gord. Thanks, guys, so much for joining us. Looks like Bob's out for a bike ride on a new bike. 30 miles today. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Hopefully,
Geez,
it's nice and warm,
quite the
cool there
ride, right?
today.
Yeah.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
Hey, Sam. How are you? Yeah, I'd like to try those e-bikes just once. I'd like to rent one and just see what it feels like because it would be pretty cool in some of the places we've been where you could ride that around on some of the trails. I think so.
I think so.
It'd be pretty cool. Like we'd obviously go slow. We wouldn't crank it up and search for super speed like Bob does. But
Hello, Tim. How are you today? Gord, thanks so much for joining us
good,
today,
thank you
Gord.
so much. I just watched one of your videos. A wonderful video, done really well. I loved it. Now that I've got some time, I'm going to go back and watch some more. I'm just starting to get back in tagging videos. I've got to head on some filming. I've got to head on some movies and stuff. So videos or whatever you want to call it. Movies is old-fashioned. Videos. Tim, yeah, hey, that's right. You said hi. Hi,
Nice to meet
Tim. How
you.
are you?
Hey, Bucks. Hello, Jesse and Lisa. How are you guys today? I've been missing everybody's
Jesse,
lives, and I
Lisa.
missed you guys last night, and I missed Bob and Sue on Monday and Saturday. So forgive me once again, guys, because
Yeah,
I am just not with it on
and
days or times or
right,
anything.
and in Sue's defense, she has another drug for her lupus that's supposed to kick in about a month. So she's been taking it for 2 months now, and she went back off prednisone to test it, and she wasn't feeling all that well. So the last few days she's been not like,
No, just kind
no
of.
energy, just in a funk, not
Hello, Dan.
not feeling well, the whole thing. And so she's missed any lives and all that stuff. She's missed a lot of them. Oh my god, but
That and the time
you
change,
know,
we
to,
just can't get used to it. Plus, yesterday we were going all day. We took off and went for a nice ride and went out for dinner last night, so we got home late.
and
So I
here,
missed everybody last night.
handicap traveler. Hello, guys.
Hi, Dan.
Dan,
Hope you're
Kathy,
doing
how
well.
are you
Hello,
guys?
Kathy.
We've gone here probably 10 or 12 different times because my sister lived in Moab for many years, and when we came here, we spent as long as a month. So we spent probably a year of our lives here in Moab
We do love this
over a
area.
period of time. So we love this area. It's one of the A's on our list of areas that we've ever visited, and we know the town well, and the people are cool. The only thing is, we used to come in January when everything was like kind of calm and cool. Right now, not so much. It's not jamming, I suppose, like it would in the summer, but the line last night to get into Arches National Park at 4 o'clock in the afternoon was probably 60 cars,
Oh, dear.
80 cars, 90 cars deep. And so
It's
we're used
crazy.
to coming here, and there's nobody even in the booth. You just drive by, you drive up, you deal with a little bit of snow and ice, you take your pictures, you do your walks, and you come back down. You might see, excuse me, you might see half a dozen cars, right?
Right.
So, no. And when you look at the road going up, it winds and goes way up above the road that you're on when you go by it. You can see all the cars look like ants. They're all crawling up. So going into Arches National Park with all those people, as a driver, anyways, wouldn't be pleasant because you'd have to always pay attention in front of you and where you're
You
going
can't
and
really
what you're
stop
doing.
and enjoy it either.
So,
Thank you, Sue. That's very sweet of you. I am feeling better. I went back on prednisone. Like, I only went 3 days and I went back on. So no need to start swelling for no
right. No
reason. So
reason. You could tell she
the,
wasn't feeling well. Her neck gets a little crooked because she can't turn it. And I'll say, "Hon, is there anybody coming?" She'll go, I can't turn my neck." So that's when I know. Then at night, it affects her lungs, so she breathes a little extra heavy at night, and I'll hear it. I started to hear it, so I told her. But she started out with 40 milligrams, I think, and then went down to 30, and then tried it again and went down to 20, and then tried it again, and this time she went down to 10, and each time was less and less dramatic. So we're assuming these pills, these other what is it,
chloroquine.
hydrochloroquine, when that kicks in, um, Susie will be okay. Let's all say an extra prayer for that, okay, guys? Oh, Sam, okay, I'll get a glove, but you know what? We're running short. I'm just gonna put on one each today because I need it for my black tank until we get more gloves, okay? So I'll be right back.
Carol says, Dan, how do you feel? And Dan says, with my hands, Carol. Now that's a Jesse kind of joke for sure.
Yeah, and I'm looking for
That's a
why,
Jesse
and I'm
joke.
looking for the reason of why Carol said that, and then I ended up finding out it was, Dan's humor, which he has a really good sense of
He
humor.
does
If
have
you
a good
all have
sense of
never been
humor.
to his channel over there, Handicap Traveler, He shows how to get around and get into places as a handicapped person. He shows the ones that you're capable of getting in, the ones you're not, and you know, such. So it's very interesting. They're wonderful people. We spent a whole day with them.
We had a lot of
We're
fun
looking
that
forward to
day.
next year, spending more time with them. Hopefully, if everybody's, feeling good, and Lord willing, we'll be back at M23 next year.
Thank you, Dan. That's very sweet of you. Hello, Nancy. How are you today?
Nancy, welcome,
Thanks so much for joining us.
welcome. So, how's things there in what is it, Indianapolis for Tim? So
No, it's Chicago.
Chicago. How's things
Illinois.
in Chicago, Illinois? There, Tim. How's things going? Just curious. How's your boy doing? I'm looking forward to some more of your cooking sometime in the future. Maybe in the winter we'll cross paths again. I hope. We'll see.
Well, he said he's not sure if he's going to
Yeah,
Arizona this year, so
I know.
might not get to see
Might
him
not
this
get
year.
to see him. I know. That's a bummer. He's one of our better friends for sure. I really, really, really like him. We've become friends. He's a good guy. He'll help anybody. He'll do anything for anybody.
Oh, talking about that, I keep forgetting to text you, Tim.
Lazy Days. Jesse's asking you a question. So he's saying, want to hear a joke about construction? So, with a question mark. I want to say she's probably bold enough to say yes to that, Jesse. Throw it out there. Let's see. Just remember,
This could be.
we have children. Always have nieces and nephews that are very young watching it from time to time. So just remember, gotta be good. Gotta be good for the kiddies, for the little kids. We don't want anything too. When they go, mommy, a man from Lazy Days said, what does that mean? One of those things. Yeah. So we each got a glove for you. I'm a little low. I'm not going to use a couple because I am going to need them for my black tank. So Lord have mercy on me or not, okay? Because I won't touch. A lot of people do their black tanks without gloves on, and I've seen it a million times, huh, Sue? And I don't know how they do it. I mean, even if you came in and washed your hands big time, you're still touching your door handle. You're still touching the handle of your sink.
He's working on it. Get it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now that you explain it to me, yes. Pretty bad when you got to explain the joke. Sorry. Oh my. So yes, hello, see Sam. We got hello Sam, Carol, Dan, and Kathy.
I don't see Lazy Days.
Nancy, I do not have Jesse. Oh my gosh.
You have room right here for it.
I got room over here for Jesse. I put Jesse on my thumb.
Thumb for thumbs up for Jesse and Lisa. Another fine couple of people for sure, and their little furry friend is just gorgeous too.
He is cute, little Toby. There's Jesse and Lisa right there. It's backwards, looks backwards, guys, but that's okay. That's what I was gonna say. Oh, I know what I started to say. So Tim, I have a project that I don't know.
Yeah, think
what is
about
that?
it, Tim.
Mission Impossible situation.
We might put you on to a little bit of a project because we want to pick your brain. So go ahead.
So Mission Impossible. Should you choose to accept this mission? Anyways, Carol, as you know, has Parkinson's disease, and there is some sort of glove out there that I know you guys were talking about on Captain Jack's, and it's a glove that you put on that sends some sort of a electrical response back to the hand, and by doing that, it makes the person be able to walk better. So I thought, and Carol had mentioned that you were on that particular live, and I'm like, Tim might be the guy that could help you.
Tim's a smart guy.
So they're extremely expensive.
That we know.
But so some man just put it together. It's just a glove, and it has like little electrical impulses that come into the hand. So I don't know, Tim, if that's up your alley or not, but I know you're one smart guy, and I figured, if anybody we know that could figure this out, it probably would be Tim.
And if you're interested and you want to talk to Carol, just bang me an email, and I have your number, and I'll give you. I believe I have your telephone number, and I'll give you a call, and I'll give you Carol's number after I get permission from her.
So yeah,
if you choose to. I know you're busy, and it might be something you might not be able to accomplish with what you with the tools that you have to work with, because the man is only as good as his tools. I get it, and you may need like soldering guns and wiring and electrodes, and so we don't want you to spend a lot of money, or anything like that too much, and But just think about it. Look on Google and see if you can find out what they're talking about. First of all, there has to be a name for it.
Right. Another good Jesse joke. I used to have a job at a calendar factory, but I got the sack because I took a couple days off.
Right? That would do it in a calendar factory.
Hello, Vanessa. How are you guys? She's watching and chopping veggies. Oh, hopefully veggies for the doggies or veggies for mom and dad. I know they don't eat, they eat vegan, so I know she's probably making veggies for herself.
Had my hat on all day. It's giving me a headache taking it off. I don't have too bad of a hat head considering I've had it on all day. Pretty good.
Jessie always shares a good links. Thank you. Scientific developed glove that eliminates Parkinson's. Oh, thank you. See that? You just put that up there. Thank you, Jessie.
You're the best.
Travel
Jessie.
around Susie. Hi, how are you today?
Hey.
We got to meet Susie at M23 too.
Yep, we did.
You're not late. You're always welcome.
You're never late.
Tried to write a chemistry joke, but could never get a reaction. Jessie, you're good today. You're on it. Yeah, we got our white gloves on for you, Sam.
To the guy who invented zero, thanks for nothing. Right. Oh, he's coming out with them big time today.
Veggies for us, chopping the creamy Tucson white bean and kale soup. Oh, there you go.
Are you at your drums, Jessie, giving yourself a drum roll before every joke? Jessie's a pretty good drum player. A very good drum player. I've seen him in action. Go back and look at some of the videos, and somewhere in there, there'll be a video where he's playing drums with a band.
Oh, and Susie's doing some food prepping for the week too. What are you making, Susie? Yeah, we've been bad. We've eaten out every day since we've been here. So.
And what have you been up to, Susie, as far as adventures? Let us know.
Creamy Tuscan white bean and kale soup. Oh, you'd love that.
Who's that, Tim? I mean,
that is Vanessa. That's what Wiggle Bus is having for dinner today.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I would love that.
White bean and kale soup.
Susie, not so much.
Right.
There was a time in life when Susie ate nothing but tuna fish, corn, and hamburger. Pretty much.
More than that.
Yeah, chocolate and chips and
all kinds of meat, beef, and
well, yeah,
chicken,
but you know what I'm saying. As far as going out of the box of meat and potatoes,
right? What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. Sing in the shower is fun until you get a suds in your mouth. Then it's soap opera. Good ones, Jessie. Did you get a new book?
He's got to have gotten a book. I found a website.
I like them. They're corny but good.
I'm not sure that he could roll that many off his head that quick. Maybe he could. I mean, I know he's quick.
He probably could.
I know he's really smart. But
why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing, in case they get a hole in one?
Right? That I know. I've heard that one before.
That's probably a definite golf course joke, right?
It's a golf course joke, yeah.
So we had a crazy week. We made our way here to Moab, but in the meantime, we went from Wyoming to Colorado was our first little spot, and then
we went from Boston to Grand Junction.
But it was all uphill, like 14-degree
Finicky Franny, 3 times or 4 times, and we went through a lot of passes. So most of the time, it only shifted down to second and kept moving along at say 35, 40, and we came to 3 different times where the motor went down, 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 down. I shifted it down to second. It got more again. The motor went down, 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 down. And I got it right to the floor, and it's all the way around 15 miles an hour and still heading to 0. I'm like, oh my God. And I went down into low, and it stayed right there, 14 miles an hour, 3,800 RPM, and pulled up a 40% grade for God knows how long. So anyways, I'm watching the temperature gauge, and the temperature gauge is climbing slowly, which it already done at the last pass, but as soon as I got to the top and everything, the temperature went down. So I'm watching the temperature, and I'm watching the road because there was some tight, bent, turns that go up like this, and the temperature climbed, and I held it there, and I'm doing 14 miles an hour, and all of a sudden, to me and to Sue, right, Sue, we could hear this loud noise. And it sounded like all of a sudden the motor gained about 3,000 RPM, right? So I'm thinking that the transmission's slipping. I let off the gas a little bit. I could feel the difference. I got onto the gas again, and I could feel the difference. So it wasn't the transmission. I looked down at the temperature, and it was almost peaked. And what it was the clutch fan kicked in, and it immediately brought the temperature down, even climbing. So Finicky Franny is one tough truck.
I got a few more jokes here. I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was a refrigerator all along. And hello, Linda. Thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate you. And the next one is, what do you call a factory that makes okay products? A satisfactory. Susie said she's making overnight oats for breakfast and she's staying close to Dad this weekend. It's tough with the weather changing. Dad has COPD, so she's being a really great daughter. She's doing some traveling here and there, and then but staying close to Dad when she can. And Dan's joke was, "What do lazy people do for exercising?" And his answer is diddly squats. Like that one too, Dan. And Sue wants to know if Carol has ever tried the TENS unit to help you walk. But then I noticed down here a little ways, Dan said that that does not work for walking. It helps for pain. So,
Well, maybe she could walk better with less pain. No, I don't know anything about it.
yeah. Well,
Maybe.
I think the other one, what it does is it makes your brain concentrate on
Uh,
your hands so that your feet are moving.
uh,
Is what I think how it works. Um,
see
from
if
what I
you
understand.
see if you want my brain to think of something else other than that, just get about 2 feet in front of me and dangle the Reese's Pieces, and I'll keep going towards that Reese's Pieces
Right.
and go, and I'll actually walk. I think that's how much I love them things.
Now, Susie, did you mean that Utah and Moab is on your bucket list? It is a beautiful area, so it's worthy of having on that bucket list.
What did one wall say to the other? I'll meet you at the corner.
Right. And Vanessa said that does not sound fun like that incline. No, it was not a fun incline.
No, it was not. It was scary, but Finicky Franny took it. I'm proud to say. Even a gas job. She had nothing left though. If it was any steeper, we would have had to stop. Hopefully, the emergency brake would have held. We had to throw it in park. We would have had to get the car off the trailer and then continue on. So I could have got 5,000 pounds off of it and still made it if I had
What did baby corn say to mama corn? Where's popcorn?
to.
Where do you learn to make banana split? Sunday school. Haha, that's a good one. And lastly, what do you call a poor Santa Claus? Saint Nicholas.
St. Nicholas, I got it.
Good
Okay.
one, Jesse.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you for the entertainment, Jesse. We so appreciate you. Check out the Mod Father of Jesse and his Jamming Queen Lisa for sure. They are a fun couple.
They're cool people.
Yes,
cool
Susie
people.
did mean Utah, and it is so beautiful.
We've-
Especially if you like to do bike riding. I mean, everyone's riding bikes around here, or doing the 4-wheelers, or climbing the well, they're not called cliffs, but climbing
The mesas.
the
They go
mesas.
straight
That's what they're
up.
called.
Mesas, couple thousand, 3,000, sometimes a little more feet, straight up on the side of like a wall. You can barely grab onto it. It's, in my opinion, crazy. They're all young and super, super in shape, and they got that eagle look in their eye that I used to have. I don't know, at a Grand Funk concert or something. I don't know. I've never been there. I've never wanted to be a climber. I've never been into sports except normal, like baseball, football. So I don't know. But God bless them, and hopefully they all come out in one piece.
Leisurely Trippin', hello. How are you
Hey, how are
guys?
you?
He read the other day that Joey was going for some doctor to the vet. I hope
I
he's
hope it's
doing
just a
okay.
normal vet appointment. Yeah, and I hear you guys are heading somewheres up in northern New York. I hear we were
Oh,
just
you're up in our way,
yeah,
and we're up this way.
yeah we were
Too
just through
bad.
there. We went to Niagara Falls and went to went through the whole state right into Ohio.
Hopefully, we'll get to see it in Arizona, though.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll be
hopefully
heading back
we'll
that way at some
we'll be
point.
there sooner or later, and we will get together down there if you all are there. We got together with those folks last year. We had a blast. We had a lot of fun.
Our next stop is heading to California to hang out with Crafty Traveler. So we're looking forward to that.
Lonnie and Snickers and her husband. We haven't met him yet, but I want to say Ernie.
Yes. Joey's doing. Uh-oh. Don't know if that's Joey's doing. Hopefully that means Joey's doing okay. The Bud Files. Hello, how are you guys? Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, Sue. Welcome.
Hopefully Joey's
welcome.
doing okay. Nothing worse than having our fur babies getting sick on us.
Yeah,
So,
leisurely tripping. They're a couple of really nice people. We spent some time with
Yeah,
them.
they're
So
a fun
if you
couple.
haven't checked out their videos, who knows where they'll be and who knows what they'll be doing, but it's interesting. Very interesting.
Larry and Yolanda, thank you, Jesse, for putting up their links.
And
Thank
Joey-
you for putting up everyone's links, you guys. You got the best moderators in the world.
And the little dog Joey
So cute.
is so cute. We were how old is Joey? Me and Sue were thinking. I was thinking he was a little older, and Sue was thinking he might have
I
been
said
like
about
towards
5-ish.
5 years or
Yeah.
something. So we were just curious.
Always doing good. Awesome. Good news.
Oh, he's doing good. Good.
Yeah, I think I want to say he's 5 or so.
Yeah.
4 or 5, somewhere
He's a
like that.
cutie,
He's a
though.
young guy.
He is a cutie.
Our cousin Diane, who was on here not a few weeks ago, we were talking about us getting the new puppy, the Boston Terrier. I was, saying how her Boston Terrier was like 15 at that point and how good he was doing. And unfortunately, she had to put him down like the next day because he had started getting um, seizures. So it's been now probably about a month since she lost him. And she just decided to get a new puppy. So they found a new puppy and they named him Charlie after her dad. So she's got a new puppy named Charlie. So it's always fun to get the new puppy.
Yep.
She's trying to get him house trained now, so that's always a fun part of it too. Is trying to get him,
and so
get him trained.
We have toys, we have food, we have bowls, and we have beds for Gracie, who's only 2 weeks in the womb. So I wonder if that dog is going to be spoiled. Do you think?
Friends found a doctor.
He's on meds now,
and he's on meds now. So so Joey's. We'll have to watch that next video that you must talk about on the video.
Yeah.
We have a heart on the end of the screen, so it's friends found a doctor. I'm sure that says. But there's a spot
we're a little
there
nervous about
the little heart
finding a doctor on the road. Although we know we're going to be most winters down in southern Arizona area, so if we can get a vet down there, and we already have a vet up north, we'll be okay.
Right.
But it's just the travel part. Like next year, we'll probably really meander some too. If anything ever happened, like.
Right.
You can't just pull over and just like have a vet take you in these days, unless you find some country doctor in the middle of nowhere, which is fine if you can find it. I went by a doc. Sue was snoozing, but I went by a doctor on one of the back roads here that was definitely a country doctor. We probably could have stopped in and have a look at our dog, but how do you find places like that? I mean, we were in the middle of nowhere. He had to do mostly farm animals, but he probably would have looked at our dog.
Hello, Lorna. How are you today?
How are you?
Thanks so much for joining us. We so appreciate you guys coming to visit us all the time.
My lawn is
really
always
love
there.
it.
Lawn has been there for
too much shade here, too much light here. That better, guys?
Is that better? Yeah.
Might be a little bit better. I'm not quite. That's too much.
There you go.
A little bit not so in the brightness.
Right. The sun's changing. We try to set up for the hour, but the sun moves fast right now at this time of year. So.
Sue says the best dogs are spoiled dogs. That's for sure, Sue. Nothing like having a dog that is totally loved. There's a man over here in a van, and he has 2 dogs. He has a Chihuahua and a little. I'm not sure, the other one might be like a Pekingese or whatever. And the man is just constantly kissing the dogs, and it's so great to see. He's always kissing them and giving them snacks and taking them for walks, and you just know they're loved when they're being kissed like that all the time.
Dan and Kathy made a really good point from Handicap Traveler. They said at least we have contacts to help us like we do. We have a lot of friends with YouTube. We could probably get somebody to get their vet to take us. That's true.
Very true.
We're not the people that are just out there,
Very
so
true.
that's a benefit.
Hello, Mark. How are you? Howdy. Little Ridge Farm.
Haven't seen you in a while, guys.
Yeah, he came a few weeks ago. Nice to see you. I just got there was a thing, I don't even know how Facebook does it, but Facebook somehow pulled you up. It was a picture of you and your girlfriend, and it said, "You want to be friends?" And I'm like, how does it know I know him?
How does
it's a little
Facebook
scary how they know that.
Very weird. Everything,
like, wow.
And I'm sure you all have noticed, but everything we talk about lately, there'll be an ad to buy whatever it is that we're talking about. And so where's it coming from? It has to be from our phones, right, Sue? I mean,
I know, it's got to be. Yeah, I think I have Mark's number on my phone, but I don't, yeah, it's crazy. Susie said, use your ring light, LOL. Working as much as possible, I bet you are. Mark is slowly trying to rebuild.
Mark is definitely the furthest thing from a lazy man. He's always working, always doing something.
And he has a lot of health issues too, so poor guy. He's still plugging along.
He's had a lot of, bummed out times too. So
Google is always listening to you. That's what it is, Jesse.
Google is always listening to you.
But it's scary when it pops up on Facebook like that. It's like, how do they know I know him?
And the other weird part is, it's like they must know where my RV. I forgot to mention this to you too, and it happened twice. I forgot to mention it to Sue even, but I would have like the RV Garmin set for a destination, and I will get ads for things in the destination that I set on my phone, not on my RV Garmin, obviously.
Well, come to think of it,
So
I've been finding
somebody,
that on my Facebook page
so
too.
somebody's watching the RV Garmin
Jeez.
too, and if we're heading to a town,
Ugh.
advertisers get in on it. It's like, so we're being watched with our cell phones, because you have to have your location on for about 4 or 5 of my apps that I use for traveling. You have to have your location on. They know where you've been all the time, every mile, every time of day, everything, right? So I mean,
I
so
know, it's
as far
crazy.
as like privacy, it's pretty much gone. I think
It's crazy.
unless you shut everything off and just don't be part of social media and shut your phones off and da da da. But how do you survive? You have to have all this stuff today. You
My
have
son
to,
has shut off
you have
Facebook
to
though.
even your credit card. Your credit card will follow wherever you used it. So
Oh, it's crazy.
even if you shut all that stuff off, and today you have to use your credit card, and we've been to a few places where they didn't take cash, credit cards only, and so you have to use it. So, and then all they got to do is go back and look at the records, and they know on this night at that time you used your card, and the next morning you use. Yeah.
Yeah, my son has shut off Facebook, and so is our nephew, Danny. I wanted to put a nice picture of their family up, and I asked for a picture and then asked permission to put it up. And he said, no, he said, we're not doing social media anymore, so we prefer not to. So I said, okay. Yolanda said, so now we have 3 doctors for him, Arizona, Colorado, New York. And that is correct. It is hard as heck to find a vet. We tried finding a vet in all states we crossed to no avail until we got here. Oh, well, thank you to New York, right?
Right.
Somebody took care of you. Jesse said you will also get ads on your phone based on your searches on Google or Amazon.
That's true. You will, because I've searched out like for instance the water softener that we put in the rig. I searched it out, and I'll never forget it. During that week, I got all kinds of different water softener companies sending me on my phone.
Mark said I don't get on YouTube much. Usually tired by the end of the day. I bet you are, Mark. You're working hard over there.
Travel Around Susie says it's called cookies on all tech stuff. You're right, and
Right.
coming from a guy like my age, cookies should just be chocolate chip. I don't know what
Exactly.
cookies are. I mean, I see them, I always accept them. I don't even know whatever.
I never accept them.
It is what it is, And I definitely erase my phone and keep it
I
up
actually
to
don't
date.
do
Sue
that.
doesn't. Sue has actually probably every single email and
I do
every
have
single
email.
thing she's ever
Not
done,
email, but every text message for sure.
and not email.
No, I've been trying. Well, I haven't been lately, but I
But
been trying to keep my
there's
emails
a lot.
down.
I'll give my email like 4 days, and it's all. I'll look through it. If there's anything I need, I'll keep it, but I'll get rid of it all, because I find if you keep all that stuff on your phone, it woes it down some. It slows it down a little bit.
Mine must be really low down because I have every message that anyone's ever sent me.
It's called cookies. You're right. Very true. And they even warn you about it, and you still
And they don't taste as good as chocolate chip either.
and you accept it. I actually hit it and accept it, so I should shut up, right?
Oh, you got a handyman job now. So I work on and maintain 50 apartments 24/7. Oh my! So when are you having time to do your stuff? Wow, Mark, good for you. Jeez. Work on and maintain 50 apartments. That's a lot of work. 24/7. Besides the 24 part is the hard part.
So you're
24/7
on
is-
call, huh? The plumbing always goes
Yeah.
bad. The plumbing and the furnaces always go bad around 1 o'clock in the morning, right?
Right? Oh, geez. You think you have a cookie problem? Try looking like Santa. Innovative cookies on December 24th. And that is a terrible thing for you, Jesse, I'm sure. You must hate that part of this job. You don't have any time for your stuff. I'm sure you don't.
I would say Jesse is regularly, inundated with good cooking, because
Lisa's
with
good
a
cook.
wife like Lisa, who's always in the kitchen, always seems to be cooking something.
She's always making something. She makes those
Jesse's got
best-
lots of goodies.
those oatmeal chocolate chip cookies she made for us were absolutely
my God.
delicious. And Sweet Pea thought so too, since she
Sweet Pea.
tried to eat them.
They were big ones, and Sweet Pea ate almost a whole one. It's
Yes,
just
but
like-
somebody has to do it, he says.
right, right, and
Got to be that
it's
taste
tough,
tested,
right?
Jesse.
It's tough. It's an uphill battle, right? People have to twist your arm. Yeah, right.
That's why I don't make cookies when I'm on a diet, because I have to try one out of each batch. It's not good. You'll be taking 2 months off. I'm going to Arizona to be with my beautiful girlfriend in November. Oh, awesome. If we end up being in November, I don't know.
Middle of November, we should be running through the
Towards the end of November, probably, right?
middle to end. Should be running through the Quartzsite area, heading for Yuma. We're gonna make a stop in Quartzsite for a day or two to visit some friends.
I like cookies.
right? And then we're gonna keep right on moving.
So yeah, we'll probably if you're gonna be there. So you'll
If
probably
you're
be there
gonna
for
be
November
around,
and December.
just let us
Yeah,
know.
maybe we can get together this time. We
And
didn't make it last time.
we're in
But
no rush to get home because this is our home. So if we have to meander a little bit here and there to go see her, we have no problem with it.
Jess says I don't mind being the test dummy.
Susie says, sounds so
I know.
good. I know.
I've been dying for chocolate chip cookies. I had chocolate chips in the refrigerator, and I'm just so scared to try to make them in this oven because it burns everything. I don't want to go through all the hassle of making the cookie and find out it's going to burn it. So
it's a lot better being a test dummy for
her cooking,
for Lisa's cooking than it is in the front seat of an automobile to test seatbelts. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, hopefully we will catch you this time around. That would be awesome, Mark. Hello, Drunken Chef. How are you? Now, Drunken Chef is the one that got Scully is his puppy's name.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
So he got Scully, which is a really cute pup.
Yeah.
We're gonna join the family and
we're
and get
so
a puppy
excited
this year.
about our new dog coming. We're so excited. Every time we see a dog, I yearn for it. I'm like, yay! It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be a little puppy with a lot of energy, but I'll have to just do a lot of walking. That's all.
I know we're gonna be a little like without having a puppy with lots of energy.
We can handle it. It's okay. I'm going to teach her how to play fetch and all that, and I'll play lots of fetch, and I'll do at least a couple walks every day because it's a puppy, and then like I did one day, one in the morning, one in the night. It's just the way it is.
Lots of walking.
Lots of walking.
Lots of exercise.
Lots of energy. We're going to get the book again. Season How to Raise a Puppy by Susan Milan. We did Sweet Pea and Spike.
You don't remember all the stuff on that?
No, I don't. That's why I'm going to get the book and read it again. Yeah. So. And we had both Spike and Sweet Pea were well behaved.
Jesse says, "Come on, Sue. I would rather burn a cookie rather than the turkey. To try using the stove to tweak it. I don't think we could fit a turkey in that oven, Jesse. To be honest with you, it's very small.
It'd have to be a miniature turkey.
It would have to be like I don't even know if we could fit a whole
Honestly,
chicken in there.
You couldn't even fit a big chicken in there. Yeah. Never mind a turkey. So no, I don't think cooking a Thanksgiving dinner is going to work.
Yeah.
Probably what me and Sue will end up doing is getting a nice piece of beef or something that'll fit in there, cook it slow, and we're not gonna have turkey.
Knows? Either that or we'll have a chicken in the Instapot.
Or in the Instapot, or a turkey just big enough to cook in the Instapot, or
right.
With mashed potatoes and carrots. We don't need everything. It's fine.
See, turkey's not that important to me. To me, the stuffing is what's important.
Right. So we're gonna make stuffing. That's for sure. I'm sure you can make an awesome stuffing inside that machine, the steam. The thing
to make the stuffing in that?
I'm sure you can make stuffing in that.
And I'd rather have stuffing in the oven because I want it like a little crusty.
Just saying.
Yeah. How to Raise a Puppy by Cesar Millan. You never heard of the dog whisperer, Jesse?
Yeah.
He's awesome. You can learn so much from me.
Really
he used to have a TV show.
You crate train them, and their crate becomes their safe place. So at night they just kind of go in, cuddle up, go to sleep. Yeah, Sue says, don't worry, the puppy will train you guys. I know, hey, Sweet Pea ended up having me trained to the T by the time we lost her. No doubt. I used to be the leader of the walks, and then something happened in the end, and I'm not the whole last.
You weren't the leader of anything, Sweet Pea was.
As soon as Spike died, I felt so bad for Sweet Pea because the first year she was all bummed out, but I just kind of let everything go,
Hold on 1 second. Bye, Mark. Thanks so much for joining us, and good luck with that water leak. Hopefully it's a quick fix for you on a Sunday. Take good care.
Always a water leak on Sunday.
Oh, look, Jesse found the book by Cesar Millan.
Oh, cool. And it's on Amazon. Cool. So you can have it sent over to Lonnie's. Yeah?
You can, yeah. You could actually call and see if Shauna and Christina will send it to us. They have the book. We should do that.
Okay, Jesse, I'm in danger.
Oh, stop touching things.
I clicked on a button, and it says Save Link As. If I click, quiet. If I click on Save Link As, am I safe? I want to try to save that link.
You can find that link easy enough. Do not push that. Just go off of that. There we go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can save it wherever I want. Okay, so I'm going to right click. I'm going to put Save Link As. And I'm going to just put it in downloads.
Go ahead, save at the bottom.
Hey, look at that, Jesse. You guys are still there, right?
Send me your address and I'll
Whoa!
send you the book. Jesse, you're so sweet. You don't have to
I
do
just
that.
downloaded a file. Thank you so much.
See what he said?
No,
Send me your address and I'll send you the book. You don't have to do that,
no,
Jesse.
you don't have to do that, Jesse. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you did it, he says.
Right? I'm scared to death doing it live. I've blown people out. I've blown the comments out. I've blown us out. I've done some bad things. So about 6 months ago, Jesse said, "Don't touch the buttons anymore, Martin." So I try not to.
It was a glove that helped. That's
Yeah,
right.
it was the glove, right?
It was all for Sam. Thank you, Sam. So what have you guys all been up to lately? Talking about us so much. What have you guys been up to?
Yeah.
I know Jesse had some family in, so he didn't make it to church this morning. They went out for breakfast instead. So that,
Of course, I'm sorry to say that.
you did it.
I'm sorry to say that Jesse recently lost his mom, and you never really get over that. That's for sure. So
Martin is living on the edge, pushing the buttons.
absolutely.
Everyone's got his number now. Susie,
Absolutely.
Sue, everyone's got his number.
Used to be pushing the gas pedal of my 1969 Camaro. Now it's pushing the buttons on my computer. I'm definitely pushing the buttons. Living on the edge, as they say.
He was good at pushing those buttons of that 69 Camaro, though. It was a cute, nice
It
car.
was fast too. It was fast.
It was fast, and he did drive fast.
And not a computer on it.
And these days, he only drives the speed limit, so
No
there's
racket
no
pinion,
fast driving.
no racket pinion steering, and no radial tires. So you had to actually drive through turns back then, not just depend on how much the tires gripped. Just saying.
Thankfully, they did grip because he was going faster on the corners.
Never put that car in the woods. I did have an accident because a lady pulled out of a stop sign. I mean, right in front of me. But I got it fixed and went on. It wasn't total or anything.
Wasn't as pretty though. You painted it it went from candy apple red to
Yeah,
black.
it used to be candy apple red. Then when I painted it, for some reason I chose black and thinking it would be easy to clean, but I didn't know anything back then. When I was young, I thought I knew everything, but I knew nothing. And so I found out quickly that black is not the color you want if you want your car to look clean. White, in fact, is the color why.
Susie has a 81 Camaro. It's another good year.
Wow.
That was a longer, cooler.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool year.
Very
car.
cool, yeah.
Safe typing with a gloved finger. Typing by Merton at a newsstand near you. See, Jesse, now we know that one's out of your head. That didn't come out of a book. Hello, Peter. How are you?
Welcome,
how you doing
Peter,
today?
down in Arkansas.
Peter's enjoying the nice weather down there.
I'm sure you're still in the middle of the heat wave now, the summer heat down in Arkansas.
But he's liking it. He said it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he said it's not
anything
humid.
beats snow, right,
Yeah.
Peter? In
He
my
said it's
opinion,
not humid, so
guys our age, anything beats snow.
right.
That's all I got to say.
He's getting ready to move too, so I don't know. Hopefully you found someplace. Last time I watched you live, you were talking about getting ready to move. So hopefully you're finding a spot to move to.
And so today I had to put one side of Finicky Franny up very high in order to make it level. So I got under it today and I greased the front end. I greased all the universal joints, and I opened up the rear end and checked the grease in the rear end and added a can of STP to the rear end. And checked out the brakes after going all them mountain passes. The brakes are perfect. So I'm glad to report. On Wednesday, she's going in to have her tires balanced because something got knocked out of whack somewhere in the rear end, the right rear somewhere. So,
Says he hit a pothole. Can you imagine that?
hopefully it's not a bent, axle, but I don't think so.
Jesse said snow is a four-letter word.
It is.
And Susie
for
says
me.
yes, no snow.
And I've been telling everybody I wanted to avoid snow. Well, on the way to Yellowstone Park, I ended up driving at 11,000 something feet and ended up in where there was a snowstorm the night before in a foot of snow with Finicky Fanny with icy, snowy roads, had an uphill, downhill, S-turns, not the stupid steep roads that I went through recently because I never would have made it up. I wouldn't have had enough traction. But, yep, I drove through snow for almost 2 hours, didn't I, sir?
Yep. Don't you just hate it when you throw out your rear end?
Yep.
Around 80 now in Arkansas for Peter. Very little snow here, usually only a couple inches all winter. That sounds great.
Right here in Moab, let me take a look at the thermometer. Let me see.
He has to look at the thermometer because he doesn't have it on his phone.
Right now it's 77 degrees with 15% humidity. So
It's really nice here
very
today.
beautiful.
It's been nice
With a
here
little
all
bit of a
week.
breeze, but nice all week. Going to be in the 70s next few days, and next week we'll be here for a good portion, if not all of it. I can't remember. And next week says 60s with 30s in the night. Last night, this morning was 38 at 7:45, and by 9 o'clock it had gone up to 59 degrees. That's how fast it goes up. Now the on the other end of the day, it'll stay warm, really really warm until that sun goes behind a mountain, and you can literally watch a thermometer drop. It'll go from 81 to 58 in 20 minutes, right, Sue? Over and over too. It's because the air is so thin with no moisture, it doesn't hold heat. So as soon as the heat of the sun stops, it just dissipates. It's gone.
Okay, chilly fast.
Gone. I mean, fast, like you've never seen. That's why people around here, they end up, dying in the desert because it's beautiful, and they walk out into the desert, and as soon as the sun starts to go down, it gets cold. If they get stuck out there and they're not prepared for it, at 38, you're gonna not only get hypothermia, but you're gonna die. And there's always rescue crews here. There's helicopters. There's people on boats on the river, always saving people from doing stupid things.
Because people don't make the
People
smartest
don't
decisions
Make
sometimes.
any kind of smart decisions. There's no common sense. They just do stupid things. And I've learned at my age that you can't fix stupid.
Dan said they're calling for a frost here tonight. Oh boy, frost in
Right.
Ohio. So
Wow.
that's early, right?
That means in
I
New
mean,
England, northern New England, there could be a bite of
That's-
frost. Who
yeah.
knows, right?
I haven't heard anything from anybody saying
Talked
that.
to
That's
my
going to
sister Sandy. She lives up by the Canadian border. She said it's a little chilly at night, but she didn't say about anything about a frost warning.
Yeah, I shouldn't say anything.
No, but that don't mean how it goes. Like it wasn't.
It
It
changes
was
from day
supposed to
to
go
day.
down to only 44 last night here, but it went down to, like I say, 38.
Jesse says he'll stay in Texas where it stays, 70 all winter long, Jesse?
It's wicked hot in the summer, but yeah, it stays beautiful in the winter.
Jesse said, I can fix a lot of things, but stupid isn't one of them.
No,
We're glad you're still here, Sam. See, I got my glove on
I
still.
wish I could fix
Hello,
stupid
Sam.
with a welder, vice grips, a hammer, and a couple of wrenches, but it's not possible. People,
Might not be pretty, though, if you did.
yeah, right. I mean, people.
Oh, it's chilly in New York. What's the temperature there, Yolanda?
It was chilly the day we went to Niagara Falls.
It was chilly.
That was
today.
a month ago now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was actually 5 weeks ago now. We've actually been on the road for 6 weeks, guys. It's hard to believe.
Well, according to during the week, my daughter's temperature was pretty much the same as ours here at that time last week. He is on it tonight, isn't he, Sue? He's full of the humor tonight. Today, I should say.
He's in a good mood.
For us, it's only 3 o'clock. Well,
Must have got a good
4.
batch of those cookies from Lisa. Or
That's
something
right.
like
Lisa
that.
gave
Puts
him
him in
some
a
good
mood.
cookies. Yeah, I had a really good breakfast. with
Lisa's
his-
a very
his
smart lady.
company.
As long as she keeps the good food coming to Jesse, he's a jolly man, right? So, right? That's probably how it works.
Jesse says duct tape, zip ties, channel locks, and WD-40 can fix anything.
Pretty much, you can do a lot with it. Don't forget though, you got to have a heavy hammer.
Tim, are you still listening? Tim would appreciate all of that for sure. Tim's definitely a mechanic.
I'll have to text him and ask him about the glove because I don't think he was here.
He might
when
not
we
have been here. Yeah, he might have left already.
talked. He's a busy guy. He cooks every afternoon for his son and all that stuff. So.
He's
And
enjoying
right now,
hanging
I
out
would
with him.
say it's supper time there, so he's probably sitting and enjoying a meal with his son, maybe, or getting
Right.
ready for him to just get home.
Right.
The son's going to be so spoiled because he cooks for him every day, just about.
For lunch and dinner. Yeah, he sends him to work with lunch, and then he has dinner when he gets ready. We'll be in Moab till the 31st.
The 31st. We're going to leave on the 31st.
So we leave on Halloween. Should
Then
we
we're gonna-
drive on Halloween?
Yeah, I don't know. Then we're going to meander out through the desert and go to Willits, California, and meet Lonnie, crafty traveler Lonnie. She's going to show us around the Mendina coast. Am I saying that right?
Amen.
Up by the redwood forest.
There we go.
So,
The Pacific Coast.
we'll probably spend a few days there because not only will we spend time with Lonnie, but we'll find a state park somewhere and chill out and maybe investigate the redwood forest.
And we're hoping to catch up Mendocino.
Mendocino,
There,
right?
there you go. That's it,
Do you have a
See,
link
you're
for
so
it too,
smart.
Jesse? Do you have
You're
a
so
link?
smart,
I'm sure you have a
Jesse.
link for the Mendocino coast, right?
And he has family in Salt Lake City. So
Yeah, see, so
I don't know if you ever made it to Moab yet, but if you haven't, you got to try it next time you come to visit your family. It's a
23
beautiful
degrees
area.
in New York, and they're making
Ooh.
some chicken soup. That's a perfect chicken
Oh,
soup.
there you
by
go.
the way.
Yeah, for sure.
So, anyways, when we're done with Willits, then we're going to meander south out
Towards
through
Arizona.
Nevada, Arizona. Originally, we were going to come to Utah on that trip, but because of the snow in the mountains, we just scattered south. Everybody
Yeah.
was shutting their water off. We couldn't get water, so we had to go a couple hundred miles south to get people who had even had water on. You can't boondock without water. if you try filling a 38-gallon tank with water that's $1.50 a gallon, it's a little expensive. So
we decided we skipped Washington part of our trip in Oregon,
Then
but
next
we'll
year-
try to get them next
next year
year.
we'll try to get there quicker and do them next year.
Oh, the Mendocino Botanical Gardens. Oh, that sounds right up my. I love gardens. Ooh, we'll have to check that one out.
See? Jesse's even got.
See, Jesse even got ideas. Hello,
Hi.
William. How are you?
Hello, William. How are you?
You're never late, William. We
How's-
just appreciate you coming to visit
How's
us.
Mom? Just wondering.
Yeah, I hope
How's
Mom's doing
things going?
okay.
Hopefully everything's good.
Oh, you have a lot of friends in that area too?
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, will be our first time going into. We've done a little bit of California, like a real teeny
Just the
pit.
very southern part. I mean,
Connected
just like,
to
I'm talking,
Arizona.
What? How many
Right.
miles? 12,
Like, yeah, exactly.
maybe.
So we're really
Yeah.
looking forward to
We haven't
seeing
really seen much.
California. We haven't seen much
We've
of it at
spent
all.
a lot of nights in California, boondocking, but it's just over the line.
Right, but not like you don't think about it as
Not
along
like
the
what you think
coast.
about like
right,
Los
Right.
Angeles and San Francisco, and it's,
right.
you're in the middle of nothing, nowhere, farm country.
We are
Nothing,
looking forward to
nothing
seeing
but crops.
the Pacific coast for sure. She's going to take us on a bunch of rides. It's 47 acres of botanical bliss.
Fronting the Pacific
Oh,
Ocean.
look at that.
Whoa.
Oh, we'll have to make sure we put that on our list.
We'll have to put that on our list, yeah. With our car, it's wonderful
we should
traveling.
write
With,
that down.
it's wonderful traveling with our car, guys. I mean, last year we did it without a car, but you can unload the car, and we've been able to just meander everywhere. I can get wherever I want to go. We went on like a mountain loop road here and all that. We never would have done that. We never would have been able to do that without our car. I think it's the way to go. So it's been worth towing our Corolla with us for sure.
All right, I
Sue?
wrote it down, Jesse, so I can remember it. Yeah, definitely having the car is nice.
Yeah.
For sure.
It makes all the difference in the world because you can't
Sure.
park this thing anywhere, and when you
Right.
it's just it's hard. So
Right.
with the trailer, with the car, we can park it in
Yeah, take off for a while.
somewhere
Yeah.
safe though. You don't want to
Right.
leave it somewhere where there's a bunch of suspicious looking people or anything. And so far we've been fine. We've been leaving our rig all day long. We come back, everything's fine. We have a neighbor here that's been here ever since. We smile, we wave. That's the thing with campers. They're generally wonderful people. The last thing they're going to do is steal from you. And of course, there's bad apple in no matter what world you're in, whether it's the RV world, the working world, whether it's in Walmart, or it doesn't matter. There's always an idiot in the crowd. There's 5 people in the room. There's have to be 2 idiots.
Just said you will love driving your RV on Highway 1 through the Redwood Forest. You can even stop at the official Bigfoot store, tourist attraction. Yeah, we can't wait to go through the Redwood Forest. We're really excited about that.
Yeah, I won't be driving the RV through. The RV will be stopped in a state park, and I'll be driving my car through there. I've seen videos. I'm not doing it.
That's one thing. He's watched a lot of videos. So
Yes, I've watched a lot of videos. I know where to go, where pretty much know where not to go. I've learned some places where not to go though already.
Right.
But yeah.
Like through the mountains. Like I said, we got to learn. We got to make sure we pay attention to what the weather is ahead of us.
Yeah.
Because we had no clue that it was going to be snowy up there. And when that mountain passed, when we got up there, we were like, "What?"
Here's the strange
So
part.
we're very surprised.
We traveled in our cars for years and years and years, and I used to feel a little bit stressed out in the car, like pulling into a strange town, like it would be like right on it and all this stuff. But after driving Finicky Fanny around, I get in the Corolla, and it's just like it's like a dream
Piece of cake.
come true, and no issues. I don't have to worry about where to park or not to park. That's a fact about bad apples, right, Gordy? Oh, I mean, Sue, absolutely.
Yep. But I have to say, out west, where there's less people, there's way less.
Way less
idiots,
bad apples.
for sure. If you need gas and you are planning on going into Oregon, wait to fill up when you cross into Oregon because the price is at least $1 cheaper.
Oh wow! Cool.
We've been waiting for that dollar to come down. I mean, the price has not come down at all the way across the country. We've met such great people on the road.
And whenever I see a Shell station, Jesse, I'm using it. So just want you to know that.
pH is the best in California. So yeah, we're not going to make it to Oregon though. So that's the thing.
Yeah, we're not going to Oregon. We're going to go next year. We're going to go to M23. That's the plan, and then not book it, but
Pretty much book it.
put in some good long days. Get to the Idaho area, and then investigate Boise, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington, and then meander south. So our plan is to kind of take another little bit of a meandering trip next year.
Right. Well, we spent like a week with my nephew this year, so we spent I think almost
Right.
5-6 days with at his house.
Then the year after
visiting,
that, we'll
so-
go a little further south and meander there. And then the year after that, a little further, so we can feel like we've like got a taste of like the whole country.
Right.
Because we're old enough now where we can probably get 4, 5, 6 years on the road before we just become snowbirds and just heading for the desert to stay warm. You know, which is
Oh.
fine. You know, it'll be cold when it happens, but we're not ready yet. We want to see. I'll tell you what. We thought we knew a lot of the country, but when you get to sit in a place like this and have a car where you can investigate the area, you learn so much more about the people, the town, the feel of everything, what's a specialty food, right, Sue? It's like it's an amazing way to travel. It really is.
William says it's 55 degrees in New Jersey.
Yeah, so it's probably 55 home in Little Compton too,
And Jesse said they'll be in Seattle in August, and we were thinking about that, but we're home between May and September, so we won't get to meet you guys.
We're not going to be there
in August in Seattle because we'll still be at home.
Probably still be working next year. I'm going to work May, June, July, August, and half of September. So I'm going to work 4.5 months in the summer at the golf course, one golf course or the other, and then we're going to hit the road again. You know.
So yeah, we won't miss you, but we'll run into you this year in Texas for sure. We're going to come visit. Our plan is to come visit you guys because we're going to go for the puppy, and we're not sure exactly when the puppy is going to be born.
We'll be eating devil dog, and we'll be planning anyways to meet you all at the same time.
So I know you're only 45 minutes away.
We'll end up spending 3 or 4 or 5 days there or whatever.
It might be more too because we
might be more.
I have a doctor's appointment. I had to get a new doctor over in Arizona. So
no. I'm talking about picking up the puppy. We might end up having to spend an extra day, but she does have a doctor's appointment.
And you said you wanted to go right from the doctor's appointment in Tucson.
If possible, right.
Possibly, then that might be a 2-week span
and then we
before we get the puppy.
And hopefully that works so we can get back to Quartzsite. We'll see.
We can meet with the dogs area. Yeah, I know you're only 45 minutes away, and Belt Loop said he was going to have another meetup. So we're assuming that you'll probably go to that too. So we'll get to see you a couple times while we're there. Yeah, the roads are hard. It will hurt if you do.
Yeah, no, Dan.
Very
honestly, we're actually taking it easy. There was a few days where we only traveled 120, 25 miles and stuff. We're actually meandering. With us, we used to do 800, 1,000 miles a day, right? So
right.
Every day.
Right. Yeah, we would do 12-hour days.
7 to 1,000 miles, I would say, every day, no matter what.
So we are meandering.
Now we're definitely meandering.
We're probably doing like 6-hour days at most.
Yeah, we've had like a couple of long days, but it was our fault or my fault. I kind of went the wrong way and all that kind of stuff, and
Yeah. Or just thought
we have no place to be, so it's
thought
fine.
It was closer than it was.
And what we have found is there's wonderful state parks to stay in for reasonable money, usually wide open. They usually have trees. They'll have either water and electricity, or they'll have just electricity or whatever. But they'll always have a place for you to take a shower and to use the bathroom if you have to. They usually always have a dump and water. So for anyways between $17 to $32 a night, generally you can have a nice place to stay, and they're all paved roads. They're all well taken care of. So we're liking the state parks.
State parks are beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
Just so they do 6-hour drives, regardless of how many miles we get. Right. Because, like you said, if you stop to eat, or you stop to get gas, or stop to pee 100 times, it does tend to slow things down.
I know that was your humor, Dan. I know, and I did kind of chuckle, but then I went on to, we really haven't.
You kept on talking, in other words.
We used to hit the road hard. We used to hit the road hard all the time, like not physically, but like just drive, but not anymore.
You do have good humor, Dan. That's all there is to it.
And we stopped to sightsee, and
Right. Yeah, you stopped. Yeah, and
I mean, if I found that every hour that Google says it takes to get there, you got to add at least 45 minutes from the RV. So if you got, say 6 hours to travel, it's going to take us 8 hours to travel. Because A, I go slower, and B, we stop a lot, and we have no place to be. So if we want to pull over, a lot of times I'll pull over, lay on the couch for half an hour, recoup, and then I hit the road again until we usually been in every time except a couple times close, way before dark. Right.
Yeah, we made one place was like 7 o'clock, so we were just
we were right. We were just, but that was because we got misconstrued. We didn't understand what section of the park we were in. If we could go right to where we were supposed to be, we would have been fine. So we ended up blowing a little bit of time there, but we're learning all these lessons. When you're on the road with a state park, you can't assume that the campground is the name of the state park. You got to ask what section of campground that you
Right.
that you stay
That's
in.
what happened. It was
That's what happened.
they named it
There
different
was
sections.
there was 4 different campgrounds
Right.
to choose from,
Right.
and we didn't know which one we were in. So we were
Right, as if you make the right. Just so those travel maps show times as if you went the speed limit.
Right.
And make no stops. Right. We don't do the speed limit, so
and never
we're
would not
definitely
make stops.
10 mil.
I'm
10
an old
miles
man.
less.
I have 3 pit stops anyways. Then we have a food stop, and then we have a gas stop, and then we
Or 2.
have a dump stop. So yeah, I mean, yep.
Do we have the annual pass to the state parks? No, we don't. Is there a pass that covers all the state parks?
And if there is, let us know because
Yeah, that would be
we
great.
will get it. We've been having to
Yeah.
get a pass for every state that we're in, which usually ends up costing us a few bucks.
Like we
So-
have one now for South Dakota, which Ron says last 2 years, so that'll be good for next year if we go back.
But
and
if there's
visit
a
the
pass
annual.
like I just got the senior pass for all the national parks, 80 bucks for the rest of my life, however long the rest of my life is. I can go into any state park along with Sue, free.
Right.
So for 80 bucks,
4 people.
right?
Totally.
So we're the next state park will already have it paid for. So
Right. So like when we'll go to Arches at some point when it's some early morning or something. We also want to go to Dead Horse Point. I believe those are both state parks. So
I will look into that, see if there's a government pass that we can get.
funnel the long hose through the Don't tell him that, Jesse, because he might want to try it. Yeah, speechless. There you go.
Yep. And I've actually thought about it,
Uh,
but I don't want to get it all over the motorcycle guy behind me.
right. You're too funny, Jesse.
Oh, see, he has a freakist. He's military. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
You know?
But is there one for regular people?
And
to
I wonder
have?
if there is one for regular people. I mean, I would pay whatever it is for it because
Right.
we like them and we're going
Right.
to be. We haven't tried out boondocking yet,
Those transmission funnels work the best, he says.
right? They're nice and long, Jesse. They are nice and long. And I'll hand the funnel to Sue when I'm done.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. On that note, right?
Sorry, ladies.
Something tells me
Every now and then
I'd
they go
be
off
told-
schedule.
I'd be told put it away yourself. Something tells me.
Don't
But
even go there because they're gonna think you're not.
But I like having the toilet right here. I throw it in park and I don't know, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8 steps away from going to the bathroom in my own toilet. No running into the rest area, no discussing places to pee. So
That's why Sam wants you to use gloves, Martin.
right? Too funny.
And thank you, William, for reminding everyone to hit the thumbs up.
Yeah,
We so
guys,
appreciate
if you haven't hit
guys.
the thumbs up, please do. If you've enjoyed it at all, just give us the thumbs up. Even if you haven't enjoyed it, heck,
We
you know,
so appreciate it.
we do. We appreciate it. Give
We
us-
have 12 thumbs up now.
Give
Thanks for
us-
reminding
yeah.
everyone, William.
Yep.
And a lot of times I forget myself when I'm on a live. I usually, if I don't do it when I first come in, I'll always try to remember when I leave.
I can't tell you how
Sure,
many
I
videos
do.
I watched, left it, and then went, oh, and I have to go back, find the video again, and then hit the like. Now I'm trying to get into the habit of just hitting the like whenever
when I
I
first come in.
first start the video.
Yeah.
You know, try doesn't always work.
Right. Doesn't
like I-
always work.
Like I shouldn't have worn the shirt I wore today when I was under that. I didn't even think about it. She says, I says, well, I got all the work. She goes, yeah, but you shouldn't have worn that shirt. And I looked down and it was disgusting. So I do have a set of work clothes here, but I didn't even think about it.
Nope. Just got a pretty nice light blue shirt, all dirty.
Yeah. So yeah.
Maybe we're doing laundry tomorrow, so maybe it's dirt stains will come
Yeah,
out.
and it's not grease. It's just dirt. Literally, there's no grease in it at all.
Yeah,
The only grease I got on it was on my fingers, and I kept wiping it. I made sure that my pants have no grease. I made sure my T-shirt has no grease, so she can go ahead and wash them with the regular clothes. It does have the brown dirt though, from where I had to lay in the dirt a little bit. I had a big carpet laid out, but there was still a place where I had to like kind of roll on the dirt for a second.
So you said go to Carlsbad Cavern National Park.
In New Mexico, yeah.
We've done a
Okay.
lot of caverns, and they're really they are.
We
really
love
nice.
cabins, but
We're getting a little bit
these days we
claustrophobic.
get a little claustrophobic. But the state park, I'll bet you that's a wonderful place to go. So there's a lot of nice state parks in New Mexico.
Yeah,
which-
we'll definitely be going through that. But
Which
I really love
you
that.
know, in a few years from now, when we're not gonna when we stay out here, we can meander up to New Mexico and stay cool in the summer, and then go back down to Arizona and use state parks in both. And the ones in New Mexico, you can use for free if you just become a resident of the state. That's all you got to do, and you can use any state park you want. And the way you become a resident of the state is through a mail service. So that'd be cool, right? You can stay free. Like we're staying free here on BLM land.
It's not. I was thinking of the caverns.
Well, no, he's meaning that they're really, really big caves. There's no claustrophobic.
Oh, okay.
They're really
We've gone into one
tall ceilings, so we could probably do that and be fine.
Right.
Because we've been in some where they were like tight. Like there was one where I barely squeezed. It said if you weigh so much or your waist is so big you can't go, and I'm skinny, so I went through. And about halfway through, I realized if the earth shifted, I'd be squashed flat like a bug, or stuck there and smothered to death. That was probably the last time I really want to go into a cave. But he's right. Carlsbad cabins are huge. We might even be able to do that, and I have a free pass too.
Maybe. Right before dusk, you can see the bat show.
Yeah, maybe I will.
The cavern. There we go,
yeah,
Jesse.
we'll have to check that. Maybe I'll go by myself and do the YouTube video if I can't talk Sue into doing it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think if I show pictures of how big it is, I mean, I remember now the ceiling's way up here.
They are beautiful, though.
There's no claustrophobic feeling at all in there.
We've been to many different. We've been to like three or four different ones.
That was something we used to do. We used to like them.
Yeah, we did. We used to go to those a lot.
Yep. So, anyways, guys, that's our hour. We thank you so much. Next week we will
just X that out for me. I just want to see. We want a much better waiting to get clearance to fly from. Oh, now we got a little.
Mom is much better.
Fly from her doctor's. Good news. Good news, William.
Awesome. So,
Content. You'll love it. It's big. Thanks so much, guys.
Hey, guys.
We so appreciate all of you.
Thank you so much for all of you that came by. We totally appreciate it. We'll see you next.
Golden Anniversary Adventure. Hi, how are you?
We'll see you next week. Welcome, and sorry you came a little late. We're ready to sign off, and we'll see you next week. We're not sure from where, but it'll be in a state park somewhere between here and California.
We thank you all so much. We hope you all have a great week. God bless. Love you guys.
Good week.
Take good care. Thank you so much. Bye.